bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it pretty.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. I want to say a big thank you to Auntie Adole Brown for my outfit. Thank you so much indeed. We're grateful. And also to all our affiliates across the country, Kesme, Lolonyo, everybody. I mean, it's a tall list. I can't remember everybody, but thank you so much indeed for putting up our show every morning. Up all the way up in the North, Kesme as well, Lolonyo, and everybody that picks their content. We appreciate you. We acknowledge you. In good time, we'll get to mention you. And for those who also wake up, I have some friends in London, some in the US, some in Canada who try reaching out and say, oh, Charlie, when we go for night shift and we come back, before we hit the sack, we want to tune in and listen to you. And if we don't listen to you, it's as if we're missing something. You have very respectable people in this country in high positions you cannot fathom, who make it a duty and a ritual to watch. And it's only humbling and very, very humbling indeed. Just that for me, and a great honor that you have people of that caliber watching and sometimes giving you feedback. It's important that we do. And for me, the bigger picture is where national development takes center stage beyond partisan politics. Where national development takes center stage beyond partisan politics. I know around this time, everybody is looking forward for their party to win, their candidate to win. It's fine. But national development is always the priority. And the country Ghana will remain after the elections. The country Ghana will remain before the elections. So you can politic and do all you can, but the national interest must be supreme. And that's why this morning I will ask a simple question of the Ghana Prison Service, of the Electoral Commission, and of the other security agencies. Your officers were pictured and videoed taking packages while they were in the queue to go and vote. It has been more than 24 hours. There's a public relations department of the Ghana Prison Service. Never mind that the prison service currently is being led by a retiree who went home on his retirement, and he was recalled by President Akufo-Addo. What that means is that he's telling all the other senior prison officers that they are not qualified indeed, because if you read the Constitution, it says unless you cannot find somebody who is qualified enough to fill in that vacancy, you bring that person back, and within that period of extension, that knowledge transfer must be done, that mentorship must be done. I don't want to believe that the President of the Republic believes that somebody who went on retirement and was brought back is most qualified than all the others who could have taken over. All the others who they were colleagues in equal. It was just primus inter pares situation that happened. First among equals. The other equals are there. There can be another first among equal, but the president says no. Same thing has been done at the Immigration Service. Same thing has been done at the Ghana National Fire Service. So you look at the people who are doing internal security, Fire Service, Immigration, prisons, all led by retirees. And the president told us in 2022 that a thing of contract extension for retirees will be a thing of the past. It appears the president deceived us and he can't keep his word. But I digress. I'm saying that it's been more than 24 hours since that incident happened. The Electoral Commission has not said anything because every polling station is under the direction and control of the Electoral Commission's ad hoc officers. Returning officers who were told were taken through the most vigorous training. They were hired. We had to go through selection process. We will pay them money by the end of the period. If they are not paid, they will come to me and ask me to advocate for them so that their monies are released to them. What has the Electoral Commission said about it? Because tomorrow, the people in the Western and Eastern region will be voting, special voting, through no fault of theirs. The other constituencies where they have seen what has happened at Ayawaso West Wagon, they will be forearmed because they've been forewarned, so they will be forearmed. And this speaks to internal security and also about election security. Never mind that Madame Lilian Hassan denied on camera that she was not part, but she's videoed in there. Show the video. She's videoed in there sharing the goodies. Some say it's food, some say it's whatever, I don't know. But people were going to queue to vote. If you look at the video, you would see that there was only just one officer who rejected whatever was being presented to them. All the others took it, and somebody took it, immediately opened the water and started drinking. Security man, oh. It questions the recruitment processes that I've been talking about, and I've showed you many of those recruitment processes. It questions the capacity. If you look at the man's rank, and he's a lance corporal, you will clearly know that he has not been in the service for more than maybe 5 years, 6 years. So he was recruited clearly within this period. How was he recruited? No, how was he recruited? That's the question, because you receive water and straight away you go to drink it. Security man. So on election day, somebody brings you a pegative disguised as water. You pick it, you drink it. Your stomach starts playing palogo with you, and you leave your duty post, and you have to go and attend to nature's call, and whatever will happen at the polling station. And I'm saying the prison service, they have not written anything. The Electoral Commission has not written anything about it. It's been more than 24 hours since somebody went to the polling station, Edward Graham Sedi, a journalist, a colleague journalist. He went to the polling station. He had put his name on the special voters list. He went to the polling station. He couldn't find his name. It's been more than 24 hours. The Electoral Commission has said nothing about it. The gentleman has been disenfranchised for life in this election. He can't vote again because you can't bring back the hand of time. He can't go back into time. He cannot vote in the general election because he put his name on the special voters register. And he's gone. The Electoral Commission has disenfranchised him. And I said, in this country, you only need one vote, 50% plus one vote for somebody to become president. You only need one vote. I can have 233 votes. If you have 234 votes, you are the MP. One vote. Titus Glover won elections in this country with only 3 votes. That's why it's called MP3. So every vote counts. The Electoral Commission must come out and speak about it. How did that happen? How did the gentleman apply to be put on the special voters list? Why did he go there and not find his name? And why has the Electoral Commission kept quiet about it? Why has the prison service not come to tell us why their officers were captured? Show the video, don't show my face. Captured on tape, accepting food in the queue. And these people will be deployed to polling stations on election day. On election day. Would they have the moral right to stop anybody from accepting anything from any candidate? And at that polling station, Madame Lydia Lassa is captured wearing a party-branded baseball cap. We all know the rules. Do not take party paraphernalia closer to the place where the voting is happening. So what has the Electoral Commission got to say? They must speak up. They must say something. The Office of the Special Prosecutor gave the rules before the special voting. Now it appears somebody flouted the rules. I'm told that a petition has been filed by John Dumelo and his team. Let's see how the Office of the Special Prosecutor also goes. So there are 3 state institutions that I'm looking at today. Those in plain clothes, I don't know which security service they belong to, whether they be police or no. But clearly, if they also belong to the police has to speak. If they belong to NIB or BNI, they have to speak. These are supposed to be the standard. Now the standard has caved in. I say when you see the one Ahoma Bako is Lance Corporal, 2 is Corporal, 3 is Sergeant, and on and on and on. When you see somebody wearing 1, it tells you that the person has not been in the service for more than 5 years, for more than 6 years, maybe if you want to stretch it. So when were they recruited? How were they recruited? Is it party prisons people, or political prisons people, or proper prisons people? I'm asking simple questions. My questions are always simple. Now let's read PNDC Law 284. And for those of you who think that you can go to the polling station and then go and take, vote and then take photos of it, let me tell you, it is easier for the authorities to trace you because every polling station does not have more than 800 people. Every polling station does not have more than 800 people. That's one. Two, it is easier for them to identify your fingerprint because your biometrics, your voter ID card, remember that you registered with your fingerprints. Remember that your Ghana card has your fingerprints. So your biometrics is easier for them to trace you. Every ballot sheet has a serial number. So it's easy for them to trace you. So don't be fooled into trying to be overly partisan. I told you from the beginning that Ghana is most important than your political party. If there were no Ghana, your political party would be non-existent. PNDC Law 284. Treating, that's what it is called. A person commits the offense of treating. If he corruptly, that's section 34. If he corruptly, either himself or through another person, before, during, or after an election, gives or provides or pays wholly or in part the expenses or giving of or providing meat, drink, entertainment, or provision to or for any person. For the purpose of corruptly influencing that person or another person to vote or refrain from voting. Or 2, on account of that person or another person having voted or refrained from voting or being about to vote or refrain from voting. Or B, if he corruptly accepts or takes any meat, drink, entertainment, or provision offered in the circumstances and for the purposes mentioned in paragraphs A of this section. Is there? This is the law. And I'm saying that it's easier for you to be traced. So easy. Because your fingerprint, once they scan it, they know they will find you. So don't let any political party or any political godfather or whatever it is tell you that, no. Don't be fooled. A person who commits the offense of bribery, that's section 33 of PNDC Law 284. If he directly or acting through another person, gives money or obtains an office for a voter in order to induce the voter to vote or refrain from voting, or B, corruptly does such acts on account of a voter having voted or refrained from voting, or makes a gift, provides something of value to the voter to induce the voter to vote in a certain way or to obtain the election of a candidate. Or B, if he advances or pays money or causes money to be paid to or for the use of a person with the intent that the money or part of it shall be expended in bribery at an election, or knowingly pays money or causes money to be paid to a person in discharge of repayment of money wholly or in part expended in bribery at an election. Or if before or during an election he directly or indirectly by himself or through another person acting on his behalf receives, agrees, or contracts for money, gift, a loan of valuable consideration or an office, place, or employment for himself or for another person for voting or agreeing to vote, or for refraining or agreeing to refrain from voting. Or D, if after an election he directly or through another person receives money or valuable consideration on account of a person having voted or refrained from voting, or having induced another person to vote or to refrain from voting. 2, for the purposes of the subsection 1, A, references to giving money. Money include giving, lending, agreeing to give or lend, offering, promising, or promising to procure or to endeavor to procure money or valuable consideration. And B, references to procuring office including giving, procuring, agreeing to give or procure, offering, promising, and promising to procure or to endeavor to procure an office, place, or employment. This is what the law says, the position of the law. I'm not a lawyer, but this is the position of the law. So we are looking at the Office of the Special Prosecutor. We are looking at the Ghana Police Service. And we are looking at the Office of the Attorney General. Does this mean, I'm asking a simple question, does it mean that the election that happened at Ayawaso West Wogon, the special voting could be annulled because of this? I don't know. I'm asking. And I always ask very simple questions. Now let's go on to the third one. Show me the ballot sheet. The Electoral Commission told us that after the demise of Madam Ekua-Donkor, they were not going to take off the name of Madam Ekua-Donkor and a picture and everything, but they were going to extensively educate the public. I've seen that they are deficient in that department because so far I've not heard anything, unless there's something I don't know. Now, on the D-Day, this is what the ballot sheet will look like. Of course, without the numbering, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, without the numbering. But this is what it could look like. Right? Because I've not gone to the polling station. I wanted to vote in the real election, the main election, and not special voting. Because I didn't want what happened to Graham Sedi to happen to me. Now, please note, number 3, Madam Ekua-Donkor, even though she appears on the ballot sheet, is not alive. She has gone to be with the Lord. So she will not be voted upon. Madam Ekua-Donkor, sebi mpreduasa ontiase nipa ontiase no yentu ne swaba enti number 3 no ontiase Ghana Freedom Party no akansie na abato na ekoye no omunka hu bi enti mesrema ma obia nkoto line se okoto aba ma Madam Ekua-Donkor because sebi mpreduasa oni wiase wewuko na sebi onipa wewu de yentu ne swaba Bomodiji noni jete Madam Ekua-Donkor Ghana Freedom Party taflache egbo ni mone egbo afon eno eshiki taflache no ewo minpa fa ke hoshe no te no adomolan mi na ko ballot sheet habo number 3 ebe mi mo fe money ba ke bo akeshi number 3 fita eno vote mo number 3 a we eloni. A small Sunday. A small no vote aka kane. A small Sunday. A small Ghana Sunday. No okay bakebo na kan of mole ho. Obi obeka travel say number 3 ka bato na ye kone ho sin who because on Ghana sem on pewasem opese o vote na ye kwa. Obre nyina obegina queue mo line mo ni nyina be kwa. We na nka ye hwehwe kwan say Electoral Commission be ye say beya obi to me got na radio so when ko say e beto aba no 2 days a Ghana police for be catch and say oh ya che no ya ko charge no ye de ne be court be si na ye ntehwe na no ye hu no say okita party flag o wave ye yi ni pie nso dan pare wo ho obi a wo ho everybody is there, everybody is fine, everybody is very much okay. And everything is okay. So I just brought you some information today that please, number 3 is on the ballot sheet, but it's not part of the contest. So please take note and educate others about it. It's a collective responsibility. Educate others about it. It's important, right? Now take me to the Ghana airport. Yesterday, and this will be the second time I'm getting this information. Guns. In fact, this is the Tamale airport. Put the video up there. Guns and money. Allegations of guns and money flowing around. I'm told that one of the soldiers who were supposed to have taken this video or somebody had been arrested. This is an aircraft. This is the old Tamale airport, right? There's a new one, the Alassane Tali Airport. But this is the old one. If you have been to Tamale through the air before, you will know this location. It's closer to the barracks. Now watch. Just watch clearly and simply. Sorry for those who are on radio, because this is an aircraft with private vehicles have driven closer and they are offloading something onto it. The sources that we have talk about the fact that it could be money, it could be guns. We don't know the contents. But just so the authorities know that we know and we have seen. And you will see, in the final analysis, you see an ambulance also coming through. We have seen. Right? Show the other video. The other videos. Okay, so now they are exiting. Right? Play. Press play. Let's feel the video. Push the other videos. Push them quickly. We don't have too much time. So the vehicles have been loaded with stuff. The hazards are on, and they are moving out. They are moving out of the former airport. Yeah, nicely moving out. Nobody knows what's inside. But this was taken from the place. This is Tamale. We don't know the destination, where they are going. But I just brought you information. And yesterday, some guns as well at the airport in Accra. There are some issues. Good morning to the airport security. I'm just showing you these things, that our eyes are everywhere. If we could go to Navrongo, we could go everywhere. So just showing you. I'm just showing you. So you know. So the authorities also know. And I'm not sure that the authorities are ignorant of what I'm talking about. Now, let's look at there's an ambulance. Oh, there's an ambulance with it. Chale. Anyway. Yesterday, Dr. Baumia also outdoored the E-Gate. Not this one. There's a video, the E-Gate video. Beautiful E-Gate video. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Rabbi, E-Gate. The airport where he was trying to open, the E-Gate. Kuzo, fast. The E-Gate video. And the E-Gate wasn't opening. You know, somebody built the airport. Somebody brought the E-Gate. Later in the year, somebody will buy Christmas tree. That's how it's division of labor. Somebody will build the airport, somebody will bring E-Gates, and somebody to buy Christmas tree. Because what is Christmas without a Christmas tree? It has to work together. It has to be in sync. Yesterday, when the vice president was trying to open the E-Gate, it wasn't opening. And it is possible that you can have issues with technology. The E-Gate was giving E-attitude. But eventually when they opened, Kuzo showed the picture, when it opened, Dr. Baumia was showing E-smiles. He was so excited. So it has opened. And for those who don't know, the E-Gate is finally opened. And our vice president was so excited about it, showing it. Let's show it to the rest of the world. Let's see our vice president smiling nicely. The everything, E-smiles, E-Gate, E-attitude. Kunzo, put the picture up. I can't see it. E-Gate, E-smiles, E-attitude, and E-everything. Nicely done yesterday at the Kotoka International Airport. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful output of everything there by the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. So it's E-everything showing nicely out there. Quite unfortunately, we couldn't show you the video because it was quite an awkward moment where the Vice President was trying to open the thing and it wasn't opening, and people kept asking questions that what exactly is happening at the Kotoka International Airport. But it's one of those things. Now, there's a picture I want to show you of a tiger and two four-legged animals. Looks like donkeys. Pay attention to the picture. In this picture, you will see that the tiger had cut off one of the limbs, the rear limbs of one of the donkeys, and was offering him crutches. And right behind him was a roaster. He was roasting the limbs of this person that he was giving crutches to. There are two donkeys. A tiger had cut off one of the limbs of these two donkeys, and he was offering him a crutch in lieu of the limb which is now being grilled to be consumed by the tiger. I want this picture to speak to your conscience. You know, sometimes somebody steals your money, right? When we're in primary school, somebody will steal your money for lunch. The money will be in his back pocket, and he will be helping you to find the money. That is what this picture is telling us. The person who is dealing with you and punishing you and making you suffer is the person who pretends to be helping you out of your misery. He's the one who burnt your house, but he comes back to mourn with you in the morning, so everybody thinks that he is the very nice person. I want this picture to speak to you this morning. There are people around you like that. There are people who pretend that they like you more than anybody else. There are people who tell you all the nice and sweet things. They will tell you, oh, everything is okay. But it is the same person that has cut your leg and is offering you crutches and is going to chew your leg for lunch. This picture, it speaks 1,000 words. And I want it to speak to you. Has it spoken to you? Okay. Now, my final video. You know, there's been a conversation about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia talking about the fact that when it comes to power, never mind that he's in power now, number 2. But he says when he comes to power, he will ensure that things will be done differently. And by the way, the free dialysis thing has started at certain locations. Kolebu is not part of the list I saw, but started at certain locations, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, etc. So you can go and try your luck there. And we started that dialysis conversation here on Johnny's Bite. We did the investigation, everything at Kolebu, everything. And now it's become, you know, some political football, but we don't want to include ourselves in the political football of it. But there's a video where Dr. Bawumia in the past was seen jabbing his predecessor, John Mahama, who is contesting with him today. When John Mahama says, oh, he will come back and he has new plans, he said, about you were in power for 8 years. If you had any plans, you should have implemented it. That same conversation is happening now where people are saying, Dr. Bawumia, if you have new plans, bold solutions, why don't you implement them now? Why do we have to wait till forever? Let me not waste your time. Listen to the video.
I'm just so baffled. You, a president, you have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan in 8 years? Why? If you know what can work for our economy, why is the economy collapsing in your hands after 8 years? You clearly just so baffled. You, a president, you have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan?
It's a very simple question. The question that was asked then is being asked now. You had been in power for 8 years. You knew the plans. This is Dr. Bawumia asking when he was seeking for power in 2016. But you have been in power for 8 years. If you knew what would work for us, why are you now coming to disturb us? You should have implemented this. Now people are asking Dr. Bawumia, you are talking bold solutions. If you knew what could help us in the past 8 years, why didn't you implement? Why are you now seeking a new leave of office before you come and do that? People are asking. Can Dr. Bawumia answer the question? It's a simple question. He posed the question. He has the marking scheme and all of this. Can he answer the question? I don't know. But it's a question that he must answer. Final thing. Take me to the Western region. The Jubilee Park. The Jubilee Park that President Kufuor bestowed to us when we're celebrating Ghana at 50. President Kufuor bestowed those to us. Let's see the state of the Jubilee Park in the Western region. The Jubilee Park in the Western region. Let's just pay attention to it. What it has become, the Jubilee Park in the Western region. And it's so sad. You talk about some nice things in the Western region, but then you also look at the Jubilee Park. If we can't find it, we can leave it tomorrow. We can come back to it, because if I say everything today, what will I say tomorrow? So let's come back to it tomorrow then. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Please call me and have a good morning. And we'll go for a quick break. When we return from the break, there's more.